Well, friends, sorry if I'm shouting. Today, we are doing another live stream. Why is that, I hear you say? I'll tell you why that is, friends, because today is the day I can be bothered. And I've moved it forward because now is the time I can be bothered. Frankly, if you want the truth, I am fucking not in a good place. And that is just how we are, unfortunately. As far as doing live streams is concerned, I'm just tired at my usual time, and I am not tired now, so I thought I'd do one. I'll do one now. I don't know. Nobody else seems to do structured live streams. Why the fuck am I? I'll do one when I feel like it. Yes! So, how are you? You all okay? I hope so. I've been enjoying playing Red Dead Redemption on the gaming channel recently. But I thought, bollocks, I'm going to do a fragrance live stream today because there are a couple of fragrances coming out next week. I thought I might do a video on them at some point. I've done a couple of videos this week. Did a Malto Smolto review. That was received about as well as you can imagine. And just released a Le Bellario video, unboxing a couple of their fragrances, including Meharis. Oh, fuck. So, yes. We can all see. Let's say hello to people. Hello, Andy, how are you? Hello, Dushan. Hello, Michael John. Hello, Tranquilize. Hello, Juan Herrera. Hello, Fosco, how are you? It hath been a while. Hello, Christina. This is real. Can you believe it? Not sure you can believe it. Welcome, Tim. Tim is coming in before he's cooking. Today I had steak. And I had... What else? What else did I had? I had steak, and I had... a little garlic bread. I had some chips, onion loaf, and a big lettuce with chili on it, which was quite nice, like chili sauce type thing. And it was good. Happy birthday to Christina's dog, a most fetching hound. Welcome, Jim. How are you? How is everybody? Today, my scent of the day is Balenciaga Pour Homme. I'm getting very close to finishing this bottle off. Doggy is 8. Oh my god! He's getting old, an old and noble dog. How cute. Sweet. A good dog. So please like the stream, friends. What will we talk about today? Well, I have to be honest, I've already bought some fragrances. I did get the Aramis Tobacco Reserve in this month. And I did get Meharis by L'Herbalario. I remember that one. A vintage Fragcom classic is Meharis. Smells a lot like Eau de Beau. Someone said it was a clone. Someone said it was a clone of Muscaravageur, and I thought, no, I don't get that at all. I don't get that at all. No, sorry. Hello, Tool. How are you doing? What is everyone's scent of the day? Duchamp is wearing Jean-Charles de Castelbajac. Jim is wearing Esprit du Tigre. Christina wants to know if I had some salad. There was a fried onion. No, there was a fried onion loaf, and there was a fried tomato, and there was a lettuce covered in chili sauce with some caramelized onion. I don't think I'd have that again. The highlight of the meal I did get filet mignon. The highlight of the meal was the red wine sauce, which is like fucking crack, friends. It's like fucking crack. So, we'll see. I do have some pictures. I haven't posted them yet. I'm very eepy. It's Watch Nick. How are you? Just sprayed on Eau de Beau. Phenomenal. It is. It's very good. You get a lot of fragrance for your money with Eau de Beau. Even in its current iteration, like, it's still very good. You know? Fragrance time. What up, fam? How are you doing? Mandingo 420, welcome. I've just got Rodrigo's for him EDP. What's your opinion on it? I don't think I've got the EDP. I prefer the EDT. I don't have the EDP. I don't know why I'm saying I don't think I have. I definitely don't have it. But I prefer the EDT, I must admit. But the EDP is not bad. I've got the oil. And the oil's all right, you know. The oil's all right as well. That Narciso Rodriguez line is better than most of the stuff that's available out there at the minute, so that's nice. There's Bose. What's that going to appear in there for? What we got? That Balenciaga Porthorn bottle design is so 80s. Late 80s, early 90s. I love it. Yeah, it's fantastic. It's great. It's top design, top perfume, top everything. Really, it kind of comes in. It comes in all round. You know, it's just everything about it came together really good. I'm ready for this bottle to be over, though. I'm not going to lie. I'm ready for this bottle to be finished. I want to start a new one. I do have a 100ml bottle that I'm trying to sell, but the housing for the sprayer all, like, it's gone. So it's just like the black sprayer underneath. And then the sprayer itself is actually fucked. So I think I need it's going to need to be decanted. But the juice is there. The juice is there. Oh, I'm sure somebody will buy it. I haven't told anyone about it yet, but someone will buy it. I'll probably let it go cheap. Where are we? Stupendous, says Fragrance Time. Mitra goaded me into buying 2 of the 75ml brown bottles, and I'm glad she did. Yes, I only have 1 of the 100ml bottles, but it's still, like, it's fantastic. Yes, but not overly sweet. In the dry down, you get a nice tonka note with the sweet. Honestly, Eau de Bois is more tonka than vanilla to my nose, contrary to what people say. It's definitely on that kind of... excuse me. It's definitely on that kind of... that terrain, isn't it? You know? It's definitely on that tonka... vanilla, benzoine, creamy... sweet kind of thing. Fragrance Time, thank you. A $5 super chat. Scent of the day is Tabac Rouge. By God, I have that. But where have I put it? It's here, of course. Tabac Rouge. Found a vintage bottle of this, which I've been searching for a long time, but it was in America, and the absolute perverts would not send it to me here in the UK. So I think it was Jordan Albro picked it up in America. At least one of us got it. But yes, Fragrance Time. How are you finding the old? How are you finding the old Tabac Rouge? I know you've told me, but would you like to tell the class? It's motherfucking Fragrance Time. God, it's getting really close to halfway, isn't it? It's about 2/3 of that left. My first thoughts were it leans feminine, but it's getting better in the dry down. Evening, is that the 150ml Balenciaga Pour Homme variant? Sense for Thought says he wants the broken one. Okay, contact me. Dahlia says feeling shitty as in ranty or ill? Both. Both. Hello, Mo. I have the aftershave of this. Yes, Mo, if you want it, get in touch. Hello, Sense for Thought. Thomas is trying. Hello. How are you? Scent of the day is Bel Respiro ADT. Lily says, has there been a time change I wasn't aware of? No, I just thought I'm always doing streams at the same time, so everybody is like, you know, aware when they're going to start and if they're going to be able to make it and if like everything's going to thing. But it's become very, I've been getting tired at that time and just not being able to do it recently, to be honest. And today I've had a couple of comments saying, hey, you're just not doing fragrant streams anymore. And I was like, well, I'll show you. But I need to do them when I feel like doing them. I need to be less rigid in my structure because it appears nobody else is rigid in their structure. So I need to just free it up a little bit. Don't know if I'll do the full 2 hours today. Maybe I'll do shorter streams in future. Maybe I'll do longer streams in future. I don't know. What I do know is that there were a couple of people in my house yesterday fixing the floorboards, And I did complain to one of them that my fucking door, my balcony door, which is right next to my fucking chair where I'm sat at the minute, was leaking the heat. I said, look, the fucking rubber seal's not even sealed. There's daylight. And he was like, bloody hell, there is. He was like, hold on, let me check. And apparently you can adjust said door on the hinges. And he said, this hasn't been changed since the factory. I said, great googly moogly, sir. So it's been changed now. And my door is sealed, as are my lips. Yeah. Pardon me. I can get stuff frags out of the US for £35. Good for you. Tobacco Rouge has swept me off my feet, says Fragrance Time. Has it swept you off your feet? Are you in love? Is that what this is? I wanna know what love is. Boom, 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 boom. So, yes. I very much like Tobacco Rouge. I very much prefer it to Tobacco Vanille. Sorry. It's much more kind of it's just more livable, you know. I can't be dealing with the aggressiveness of Tobacco Vanille, you know. Welcome, Mikey. How are you? Please like the stream, friends. Dahlia says, I'm going to be real. Uh-oh. She's going to be real, friends. Watch out. Never noticed you streamed at the same time, but I guess it's weird I caught you before I had to go into work. Yes, I have always kind of streamed at the same time, 8 o'clock my time. It was always, when I started streaming, it seemed to be the perfect time, you know. It's the time I fell into. It was the perfect time. It was a bit earlier than what I was streaming with Eugenia at the time. Everything just sort of worked, and now it kind of doesn't work, you know. Now it doesn't work. So, he is living on the edge, says Christina. That's right. Christina wanted my milkshake, says Lily. T for 2, hello. How are you? Hello, Costa Gaish. Decant however much you want of that absolute polar swan, not more than half, then sell the rest of the bottle to me, says Lily. No. Well, yes, I will, but you'll have to pay up front and collect in person, unfortunately. Or just come to the UK where I can ship it to you there. How's Mom, Duck? You haven't mentioned her lately. She is downstairs. She remains downstairs. She's always downstairs. And yes, she will continue downstairs later today. Lilith, stop it with the caviar. Yes, she has had a little bit too much, hasn't she? Getting fishy up in here. The throat clear was aggressive on my ears. Probably was amplified with the ears on eye smell. Harsh. Costa Gaich says, hello, Duchamp. Oh, Lily got jokes. I see that. I like that, says Mikey. Lily taking her opportunity to offend. Oh. What have I been wearing? What have I been wearing recently? Well, I'll tell you what, friends. I am absolutely fucking stumped as to what I am going to have worn the most of this autumn and winter, I have finished 6 of my most worn perfumes recently. It's probably going to be 7 when the Balenciaga goes. And I just have no idea. Literally. Just no idea. None. Zero, zilch, zip. I don't know. It's not going to be any of the Annick Monados. It's not going to be any of the... It's not going to be any of the Les Indomadables. I just don't know. Like, I'm looking at them and I'm like, what the fuck? The fuck have I been wearing? It's really, really strange. Christina says, you will get too fancy and leave us, the boring, behind. No, Christina, I'm taking everyone with me. I just need the money to do it, says Lily. No, please leave me behind, Lily. I don't want to go with you. A bottle of Nawada Beast went down a treat over Christmas. An absolute beauty, in my honest opinion, says T42. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you enjoyed it, because I didn't. It was very harsh, Christmas harsh. You wore the fuck out of that M7. Yes, that's true. I did. I did wear the fuck out of it. So, I mean, that might still appear. I mean, some of my most worn stuff might still appear, but they'll not be at the top. I'd be very surprised if they were at the top. It's difficult, you know? It's difficult to come to terms with, like, without my favourites. I feel very discombobulated. I feel very... I feel very disorientated inside my own collection. It could be Laos by Filippo Sorcinelli, Incense Avignon, Cardinal. Those 3 have been getting a lot of wear. A lot of incense have been wearing recently. Having to resist the temptation to buy... having to resist the temptation to buy the rest of the Comme des Garçons incense series. I've worn a bit of Gucci Guilty Absolute. I can't remember which one Mo was saying was the better one. I don't know which one this is. Is this the one? It says Gucci Guilty, and then it says Absolute on, and that's it. It doesn't seem... I think these are the Made in England ones. It would make sense It would make sense. Because I'm in England, you know. The English are making perfume for themselves. English are selling it for themselves. Still looking for that Queer Russi. How are you, mate? I'm okay, Mika. How are you? Girls trip, says Lily. Okay, then. Giving Lilith tour a new meaning. Wahaha. Lily making herself laugh. Can I invite my two favourite female streamers from Cali? Lilith, says Dahlia. Doesn't know who that is. Germ's voice, Zagorsk is not best. The UK one, brother. That's a UK. Poor Homer's a Spanish later edition. Good. Good, good. Good. This is an angry bastard. It certainly is very harsh. It is very fucking medicinal. No doubt you like it. I've got like 3 150ml bottles of this. Oh, I'm really sore. My right arm is very sore. Please like the stream, friends, or consider a super chat if you are of that kind of predisposition, you know. Can come with but only after the peg, says Lily. Lily is demanding the peg for germs. That's a UK. Jai Zalma and Oazazade are great. I didn't love Kyoto or Zagorsk. I liked all of them, but I love Avignon, and I thought Kyoto was really good for like spring and summer with its greenness, with its cypressness, you know, cypressity. Welcome, Jonathan. How are you? How are you doing? It is nice to see you. I thought about doing another gaming stream instead of fragrances, but I got a couple of comments on my latest video saying, "Where you at? Why hasn't there been a Duck Jonathan stream? This is an egregious offence," says Lilith. Because we are elusive and evasive and men of mystery, even to each other. And we are like two electrons, and we struggle to be in the same space at the same time. We are subject to the Pauli exclusion principle. Where are we? But yes, I would like to do a stream with Jonathan. That would be fun. Oh. Excuse me whilst I do this. I need to change the... Where are we? Lily posting pictures of fucking Haagen-Dazs. What the hell? There it is. I'm just looking for something on my phone. Sorry. That's a UK Paul Holmes Spanish and later edition. Which have you had to choose, Sartorial or Invasion Barbar? Sartorial. My Sartorial. My Sartorial's like 10 years old though. and I think there might be amber woods in the latest one, if I'm being honest. It's certainly not as heavy on the beeswax these days. On the beeswax, it is not so heavy, which is unfortunate because that's one of the best parts about the fragrance, if I'm having to. Rich, if you had to choose... Oh, sorry, I've answered that. I think Invasion Barbar's a bit plain. I need to spend some good time with it this spring and summer to properly form said opinion, but it's like, I don't get it. I don't get it, friends. I don't get it. You know? Triple R, how are you? Are you okay? It is nice to see you. He back. Hello, folks. Put on some Azure today and thought of you. Hope everyone is well. We hope you are well. Jonathan is fantastic and doing really well. Thank God. Oh shit, Tripler lives. He does. Mandarin Melon. Jonathan is whipping through the bass. He is whipping through the bass. He's known for his whippage throughout the bass. It's all the talk about through the bass. Stream with Jonathan would be cool, agreed. Yes. I never have to worry about where you are. I just have to look at the barrage of messages. Well, someone's going to catch these hands, you know. It's usually Lilith. Usually it's like, look at this. Like a seal or a cat or some alpaca content, you know. Or any time any female streams, says I am smell. Lol. What's with Lidge? Worth hunting down? Yes. Chocolate, powder, patchouli, little bit of citrus at the top. Something a little bit ever so mildly spicy. Mildly. Like more warm than spice. And then what else? A little bit of maybe something a little bit like leather, maybe more suede. But yes, it's definitely worth hunting down, mate. Definitely. I've got a vintage one. But a vintage one that Eugene sent us, which I promptly broke because I'm an ungrateful shit, apparently. Give me one moment, please, friends. There is my rapidly becoming vintage Amawaj jubilation. I think I'm going to wear... Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Just some of the most outrageous... Where the fuck did I have that? I didn't have that over there, did I? Did I? Interesting. Anyway, yes, I had to decant it into this before the bottle broke clean in half and the juice was lost. Lost forever. Welcome. Where are we? But yes, Tripler, there has been decent stuff released in the last couple of years, actually. One of my favourites, which I'm not sure if it's still available on the website, but it could be. I know that it's now at Lucky Scent. And this is the limited edition Vinay Havan Queer Does Abyss. It's considerably better than the Oud, actually. And if you like Immortelle, their latest like regular line fragrance, Immortelle Soleil, is fucking fantastic. But on me, it does go a little bit curry in the base, just a little bit, but it's wonderful. If you like licorice, immortelle type stuff, it's fantastic, you know? Really good stuff. But mostly it's just been getting worse. There is the new Frederick Malle coming out on Sunday, I want to say. Sunday, Monday. I need to ring the shop up and ask them. I'll do that tomorrow. And then there is the new Hermes Essence, which is that Musk Pelida oil, which is coming out. Mitra said it was a bit femme, and I don't know. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means from Mitra. I don't know what that means from Mitra. Could mean that it could mean that it's a little bit femme, or it could mean that it's entirely unisex. Where am I? But no, in the main, not really. Dahlia's right. Yeah, totally. Mostly shitters in the mist. Certainly are some shitters in the mist. Think I'll make sartorial my scent of the day. Thank you for that. Thank you, sir. The last 2 years. Ooh. Go away, Lilith. Yes, Lily is putting out her caviar. That's gross. Stop being foul. Pepper Best, how are you? Hi, Rich. Cheers from Italy. Welcome, Italy. What do you think of Gallivant perfumes? Well, not that much. I don't really know them, so I can't offer an opinion. Unfortunately, I cannot offer an opinion to you. I am sorry. If you have any other brands you want me to give an opinion on, I would be happy to do so. If it's better than the Oud, is it worth keeping both of them, or are you just wanting to collect all the Vanille Havans? Lily, I sold my Oud one ages ago. I sold it to Mo. I want to smell the new Hermes, says Michael John. I want to smell the new Hermes, and indeed I will smell the new Hermes. Perhaps I'll smell it on stream. No, I won't, because the signal in that shop is despicable. It's rotten, it's foul, it's unconscionable, and all-round terrible, friends. It is appalling, despicable, evil. Thoughts on Killian Dark Lord, says Harry Somel. Yes. Actually, I think that's the Memento Mori one, isn't it? Dark Lord. Is that the one with the skull on the box? That's the one the girl from Killian gave me, like a big decant of when I bought the night. Because they were both sold by Orange Square. Or some version of that. Dushan's going to the bar. See you later. Dahlia says musk, iris, and aldehyde. I'll stick with Hermes. Plus, there's nowhere to buy or test Hermes Essence close to me anyway. Sad. I'll be trying them on Monday, hopefully. I was due to be inducted at the gym on Monday, but I did say to them, the only fucking day I can't do Monday in the afternoon. Gets a message this evening at like 4:30, you know, so they're all halfway out the door at that point. It must have been the last thing the person who sent that message did that day, today, saying, yes, hi, we'll see you at fucking 2:00 on Monday afternoon. I'm like, no, it's literally the time I told you I couldn't do it. Not the time I could, Please do your job, you bum. Fucking people just do nothing. Great googly moogly. Oh. My last purchase was Paddock, says Tripler. Wow, good effort. I can't imagine how much more money I would have if that was my last purchase. Actually, I can, because I didn't buy very much last year. I only bought 14 new fragrances into the fold. I only brought 14 new fragrances into the mold. It was difficult. It was difficult, friends. It was difficult. Because there's just fuck all I'm willing to part with, if I'm being honest. Yeah. There's just nothing. There's nothing I'm willing to part money with to get these things. Because they're rotten. You know? Like, how the fragrance industry is growing is beyond me. It's outrageous. Paddock. Maybe my favourite pickup of last year, says Jonathan. That's a video. There is a video for you, Jonathan. You should definitely be doing videos, which I complain bitterly about often. My last purchase was Paddock, haha. Ha ha. Ha ha ha. I like that video with the guy dancing around with a cigar. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Mint. That's two video you, says Lily. Lily leaning on Jonathan for videos. trying to extort some content out of him. Mr. Ashraf Nazir. Hello, sir. Excuse you, Welsh. Please, sir, join me. Cheers to you. Cheers to you, sir. Oh. Yes. We all love water. Indeed, it's vital. You know. Can't not have water. Troublous is rich. Saw you did a review of L'Herbalario. Well, I did like an unboxing. I did an unboxing of L'Herbalario. It was this. I bought this Meheriz. I got it really cheap. My friend was in deepest Italy, I imagine. And he was like, ooh, look, remember these from Fragcom Tales of Yore? I was like, oh, God, I do now you mention it. I need prompting quite often because of just, the state of us in general, but my memory's appalling these days. I need to lay off the gabapentin. But yes, the Mejariz. Colonia del Ponte. I think my mate was trying to put us onto that one as well. It's quite nice. I enjoy it a lot, actually, in the summer. I got these as well, mate. I did forget, though. To actually include the reed diffusers that my friend got us. Gave us them for nothing, like. But I got these, too. I got Verbena, which is gorgeous. That dried down really nice. The black juniper was a little bit more kind of musky, creamy sort of thing. A little bit chalky, I felt it was. A little bit chalky. Chalky white. I thought, not quite as much a fan of that as I thought I was going to be. I know I'm slacking. It's been like 3 months, says Jonathan. I'm wearing Musk Polida, says Tim. I really like this. I have it confirmed it exists in their 15mm series. It's coming out as a 100mm too. It's currently only available on Bond Street. There is also a new Hermes oil only in Harrods called Oud Esma. Oud. Oud Esma. Well, that was the horse, wasn't it? That was a horse name. It was Nigel's horse was called Esma. Fucking girl I knew when I was younger, much younger, fucking had a baby and called her daughter Esma. I was like, what fucking year is this? Are you mad? Fucking 1843 in here, do you know what I mean? Fucking God. It's like some fucking friend of mine came to us and was like, oh, do you remember Laura? And I was like, yes. I'm like, yeah, she had a baby. I was like, yeah, man, right, fuck off now. And I was like, yeah, she called her Esma. I was like, pfft, aye? Sound, aye? Everybody calling their fucking kids really strange names. And Jonathan never goes out of style. Form is temporary, class is permanent. Jonathan dodging the algorithm like a bad ex. You call it extortion, I say aggressive encouragement. A little bit rapey, that, like. A little bit dodgy, that, like, Lily. You know? Aggressive encouragement. Heavy petting. The amount of new releases from Middle Eastern houses is insane. It's oversaturating the market, and it seems like influencers are being influenced. I mean, we know this. We know this. We know this to be true. It's been true for ages. The Middle Eastern clone house perfume market is it's like a screaming nonsense, is it not? It's a screaming pain. Did I miss something, says Lily? Yes. Musk Polita is re-released. It's being released as a 100ml, as an EDP, and not just a, what do you call it, a parfum, oil thing. I do kind of like the shock value of releasing a random at 1 a.m. on a random Wednesday. The top winter fragrances will be released in the height of summer, says Lily. It will. That's right. It's an EDP now, apparently, Lily, and Hermes owes Pradeep royalties for coming up with the idea. Yes, that's true as well. Colonia del Ponte has more than a little in common with Gooch Nobile, says Tripler. Interesting. Intriguing, even. We like that. Mr. Achraf Nasser says, would you explain why you're against layering? Oh, I've done it in a video, mate. There is a video, but the fact of the matter is there are many reasons to be against layering, and one of them is that when you buy a perfume, it should be complete in and of itself. It is a product that is complete and should be complete, which you should be able to wear, that should fucking start. It should have a top, a middle, and a bottom, like a book. There should be, for the price you're paying for perfumes now, the price you've always paid for perfumes has been high, but the price they are now, they're outstripping inflation by an absolutely obscene amount. And they already have large profit margins. But layering is a way for brands to sell more perfume. So it's a very cynical marketing technique. It also destroys both perfumes or more, because there are some people, if you can believe it, that layer more than one perfume. All right? It never smells good. I don't care what anyone says. I have never smelled perfumes that were layered and it smelled good. People think it smells good because everybody thinks they're very clever. And they aren't. It always smells very schizophrenic. It smells uncoordinated. It smells like you put on yesterday's t-shirt when you were wearing a different fragrance, and you put on a separate fragrance today. So it smells cheap, it smells nasty, it smells cynical. It costs a fortune if people are out there thinking they can play and construct their own fragrance. A fragrance should be constructed and fully formed, you know? Each individual fragrance. And people who layer fragrances think they know what they're doing, and we don't know what we're doing. Do you know how hard it is to make a perfume? The idea that you can take two separate perfumes, whether they are quote unquote intended to be layered or not, right, and get them to smell good together is, I'll be kind and say, highly unlikely. If I'm being honest, it's a lie to get you to buy more perfume. They are some of the reasons why I don't like layering. Sorry, Mr. Nasser, if I'm offending anybody. Product would be excellent in the industry if he just applied himself. Yes, being a high-end engineer in France, in fucking industry, he if only he'd applied himself. I agree. What a bum. What a lazy bum. Lily, pass me some Häagen-Dazs. Ew. You didn't have to pervert that, Richard. Well, I'm afraid that's you're wrong. Fragrance is under the radar, says Pepper Best. Amouage Epic Man, Royal Tobacco, so good but worth that money. Serge Luton Chergui and Ecrin de Fume, never smelled. Any thoughts? I don't think Royal Tobacco and Epic Man are under the radar. Serge Luton Chergui and Ecrin de Fume, never smelled. Any thoughts? Chergui's generational. Chergui's one of the great fragrances made. So I love it. Ecrin de Fume, I don't remember smelling it. Just bought a second bottle of Ecrin because I've been wearing it tons this winter, says Often Licked. Laying around with people with untreated ADHD. Gucci Nobile is one of the few unicorns that has escaped my orbit, says Jonathan. I've got a bottle. I got it from a Nuge. Did you ever buy one of those Ocean Rains from a Nuge, Jonathan? Did you ever get one of those? I feel like Christina dropped us off and now Dropout is picking us up. What's his scent of the ankle? Scent of the knees? Scent of the elbows, scent of the chest, scent of the neck, chat. Yes, that'll be something at some point, you know. There'll be people saying, oh, you should put this on this part of your body and this on this part of your body. That is because X, Y, and Z, when really it's because there's more money in it. Hi, I'm at work. Early stream. What the fuck? Says Dropout. I know. I was tired, mate, and I've been tired for a while, and people have been crying out for a stream, so. I could sell you one, Jonathan. I have a few. Are you on the Discord? Says Tripler. Tripler, are you on the WhatsApp? Rich has my contact. Rich does have his contact, it's true. I will put you in touch with each other. It either proves all noses aren't the same or thing else. It certainly proves something. Whatever it is, Tifa2, I don't know, but it proves something. You'll be passing through my town, says Dropout. Layering is basically creating your own fragrance. Don't be ignorant, Rich. I'm extremely ignorant of layering. I'm extremely ignorant. I'm hostile. I'll be fucking lynching a fucking layerer. I'll be out there, friends. I'll be being nasty to these people. Layering, is it? Come, let me grab you. Truly, you have my attention. Oh, sorry. Yes, I can facilitate this for you both, as I like you both, and I hope this will do well. I only lay out very simple scents, such as Thai rose and pure oud oil. Aha! Now, I was about to come on to this. There is, of course, difference in layering something like Balenciaga Pour Homme and Lidge to layering, say, let me move that, Meharis. Big fan of Meharis. So I've got the Vanilla Van Absolute here, which is the pure perfume oil extrait, whatever you want to call it. And I've got oh, that's Oriental Velours. Don't do that. Oh! So, there's my Vanilla Havan. All right. Now, these two things are made to be layered together. I dare say that in the Middle East, fragrance oils, those oil things, right? So, layering things like one note with another, or layering something like oud with rose, is different. So the layering I'm talking about is the stuff that influencers talk about. Is the stuff that the broccoli hairs talk about. That is what I am very much against. When it comes to layering a patchouli oil with a mint oil, or a rose oil with an incense oil, that is very much not what I am talking about, friends. So if that's what you do, that's cool. I have no issue with that. But it's when you see people who are like, oh, let's layer Noir de Noir with Jubilation 25. Somebody even said to us the other day, which I found very interesting actually, what about Jubilation 25 and Jubilation 40? And I went to go, no, you can't do that. And I was like, oh, all right. I don't know if I've come up with an answer to that yet, if I'm being perfectly honest. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. I'm naturally inclined to say I wouldn't, because you see, those are two very complex fragrances in and of themselves. And I do think the whole talk of layering is purely to sell more bottles, especially when it comes from the industry or your favorite or least favorite influencer. If somebody's telling you to spray on fucking Egoist and Knisa 10, I mean, who is this person? And the second thing is they're trying to sell bottles of that stuff. Jordan says, early air live stream. Scent of the day is Lavender Extreme. I've been on a lavender kick recently. I've been buying up lavender. I'm not going to lie. I've been buying up lavender. I'm a big lavender fan. I am a fan of lavender. Lavender I am a fan of. My theories for why people like layering are A, they spray on twice the perfume so they smell stronger and we know more. Equals better, yes. And B, spraying on two different ones confuses the nose to avoid a nose smear. Yes. It's probably a Could be something in that, you know? Tripler says the only layering I would consider is Lily and Dahlia. Sure, they would certainly layer each other without any help from external sprayers such as us. I have an aftershave of the ocean rain. I haven't reached out on yet, says Jonathan. Christina is watching streams while I'm struggling, says Trapper. I'm going to layer some bread, cold cuts, and cheese. Yes, it's not like cooking. It's not like cooking or making a sandwich. You're making a sandwich there, and that sounds nice. I'm a sandwich fan, personally. I'm big on sandwiches, big on soup, big on sandwiches, you know? That is, if I was running for president or prime minister, in my case, I'd be, my logo would certainly be big on soup, big on sandwiches. Silver 1 to 30, 80 puts went from 0.01 to $10 in 4 hours. Unreal. Yeah, the price of silver and gold's taking a massive shit with its pants on today. That is extremely upsetting if you're into that kind of thing. The only layering, I've seen that, sorry. Ignorance of layering is bliss. Yes. There are lots of people living in bliss today as they live in ignorance of all sorts of things. Fuck. I can't be ignorant. I just can't. I can't be ignorant. I wish I could. I'd be a lot happier. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Love lavender extreme. Yeah. Pricey little bastard, though. I went to Nordstrom a few days ago and one of the workers kept spraying 2 fragrances on 1 scent straw. The bastard. I smiled and said, how curious, but in my head I kept saying, stop it, you silly cow. Yes, I might have lashed out at some point, being escorted from the building, possibly shot, you know. Possibly shot by anti-terror police. Rich D&G Pour On, the new one in the stores, you said is smelling good. When was it made? Do you know? I don't know, sorry. I don't know. Andy says you should do whatever you want with your perfume. Well, once they're yours, yes, you can do whatever you want with them. But I will not approve. Welcome, James. Good to see you. Everyone is happy that Tripler has returned. Jubilation 65. Yes. Yes, that's right. Yes, I never even thought of that. Oh, no. Oh, no. Not Jubilation 65. It's a great video title. I might do that for April Fool's Day. Like, see what people think. Oh, God. Do like a short. Jubilation 65. If you yield to one, you yield to all, Richard, says Lily. Do it, Rich. Jubilation 65. Dushan says I was layering Bellamy with Bellamy Vetiver and Pure Distance. Great googly moogly. We've lost Dushan, friends. We've lost him. He's gone. He is gone. Again, the Chanel Sales Associate suggested a layer on Tayson number 5. Again, the Chanel Sales Associate are going to fuck themselves. I have different types of ouds and oils, says Jonathan. I don't mind dabbing just underneath another good regular fragrance to enhance it. We're just fucking up everyone's timeline. Yeah, people are going to be going to bed early tonight. Yeah. Rich, did you like the lavender in Balenciaga? No comment. I liked that, surprisingly. I haven't tried them yet, if I'm being perfectly honest. I fucking need to start a new one. I got through them Jorums and it's kind of put us off smelling perfume that I'm not familiar with, to be honest. I've had to retreat. +1 for anti-layering, says Margaret Belly. Don't compromise, Rich. Layering 2 different perfumes is an abomination, plain and simple. It's true, it's true, it's true. It's true, it's true. I'm thinking in different cultures, though, with, like, oud oils, like, and rose and shit like that. I get it. I'll allow it. I'll leave it, you know. People have their culture. You know what I'm saying? But it's not something I'm going to partake in, and I'm certainly not going to sign off on it. I'm not skipping showers, I'm just layering. That's nice. Yes. Well said. That's right. Richard's favourite sandwich is Knuckles. You'll get a Knuckles sandwich. Chanel Platinum Egoist goes well with oud oils. Oof, I don't like... well, I've said this many times before. I'm not an oud fan, and I'm certainly not a Chanel Platinum Egoist fan. Why does it smell of metal? Why does it smell of metal? I mean, obviously it smells of metal. It's called platinum, but Jesus. You're macerating your juice. T42 says, I've tried Jubilation 25 with 40, not mixing. I kept them separate, and it's Gucci. Interesting. Molinard Lavande is fantastic. The modern one, though, is the modern one fantastic? Is it fantastic and doing really well? Ooh. Dahlia and I layer by spraying perfume on our neck, then hug each other for a long time with no clothes on, says Lily. Sampled Balmain Discovery set today. Very good streamlined fragrances, but still creative and not weak. Please hold. I've got the motherfuckers right here. Oh, I've got them in a box. Here they are. Look. They're in a box. I like the texture on the box. God, I've had them for a while. They're dusty as fuck. The box is a totally different colour. Whoops. Oh, God, there's loads of them. I thought there was like 5. Come on now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's fucking 8 of the fucking slags, man. God, fucking hell. 8. That's 2 videos. I've got a pile of them down there. I've got a pile of them. A pile of them I have got. Upsetting. Boss did an impression of you the other night. He wants to be careful. Excuse me whilst I hydrate, I'll allow it. It was adorable, actually. All right, I won't kill him. T for 2, rocking scent of the night. Interlude 53, it's amazing. I've never been big on Amouage. I've just not. I'm just not a fan. I'm going to call out of work because Duck streamed early, says James. Aberdeen Lavender is a good one. Aberdeen Lavender's amazing. Like, I got a backup bottle of that for like 40 quid. I was buzzing. It's stupid not to buy it at 40 quid. Like, you know what I mean? The standard of fragrance you're getting for 40 quid now, you're in clone territory. You know what I'm saying? Jubilation 25 that was made for women is an amazing sheep. Layer the 2 Jubies. 25 for women. 85. I like to layer my 2010 Aventus with my 2011 Aventus, says Jordan. Surely that's a joke. What's in the boo? Amethyst. Hello. I must smell the new Purple Melancholia from Valentino. The last fragrance for men while he was alive. Although, of course, he sold the company years ago. Yes. That'd be cool, though. Deepest vintage Caron Pour-On Homme doesn't get the love it deserves. Speaking of lavender, it's that lavender vanilla combo that makes me feel a bit... Blah, blah, blah. Not a big fan. Not a big fan. I had the vintage one. Or the 80s version, I think it was. It was the one that I got from... Oh, Christ. Le Parfumier. And, excuse me, it wasn't great. Not for me. How do you value Tom Ford Grey Vetiver EDP? I love it. I don't know about pricing, but I love it. My favourites from the Balmain set. Bleu Infinite and Bronze for now, but Vente Verte is a gorgeous green spring fragrance. Sassanic. Why are all the balls so tall? Because eBay, fucking eBay. YouTube is completely bollocks. Like normal aspect ratio, like side on portrait, not portrait, landscape stuff in favor of portrait because they were having their dinner eaten by TikTok. TikTok, which has now been bought by the US firm, and they're now complaining about being censored. Since my sojourn, has Tom Ford been declared dead? The brand. I'll put it like this: the bloke's in considerably better fettle than the brand is. The brand's on its arse. Dior's been declared dead. Dior's absolutely double fucked. Like, it's appalling. Amouage had to grow on me. I started to appreciate them recently. Eddie G, hope you're well. Let's not talk about that. Any brand suggestions using materials similar to Les Indomptables and Les Abstraits? Eddie G, not massively, but there are brands out there. Stuff like Maître Parfumier and Gantier is really good, and they use good materials. L'Artisan's not the brand it once was. I can't recommend them. Serge Lutton's still good. 80s de Venustus is still good. Hermes, still good, but they still smell like Hermes. Yeah, I'm going to have to go and dehydrate, friends. I'll be back. Please stick around if you like sticking around. Please like the stream or consider a super chat if you're into that kind of thing. Oof. I'll be back. I'll be back, and I'll be quick. Oh, shit. It's motherfucking... Oh, holy shit. I can't believe what I'm seeing. I am back. More people watching than when I left. That's not good. It's not a great sign at all, that. Where am I? Let me see what you've been saying while I'm away. Does anybody need to be booted? Let's have a look. All these bottles are 125ml, rare and exclusive sizes. I got a Bianchi Discovery set coming. 15 extras, thinking if I want to do 2 or 3 videos. I'd do 3 or 4 at that point. Like, I'd do 4 max in one video. Oh. I don't know what my Royal Oud is, says Jonathan. Was that the box of Batman samples I sent you? Cooking here, so half washing. Yes, it was, and thank you very much, sir. Mr. Nasser says, how is the performance of Camel Zoologist? Huge. It's massive. It's a big old fragrance. It's like vintage opium with mega incense. Mega incense. The resins in it are huge. I haven't worn it very much, and I thought about selling it because it's now a vintage presentation, friends, and people are going a bit mad for them. I'm waiting for that video. Bodenholm Sport is pretty decent Babina. Fragrance Collector Vintage. Hey Rich, hope you're having an amazing day. You are hoping in vain, but thank you very much for the thoughts and prayers. I hope you're having an amazing day. Lamatan is nice, says James. eBay is to blame for everything. Not quite everything. Should be coming mid-February, says Awesome Clicked. I've got me Floris London Scant Hair for men. I love it. My mum died in the holly, says Dahlia. What? Mandarin Melly says Hiram Green. Eris Parfums uses the same materials. Yes, it does. That's true. It uses the same materials, but they're a tough wank. They're not easy to like. Darren Allen is solid. Needs a packaging overhaul, though, says Tripler. Yes. Just picked up MPEG Eau de Isle. Eau de Eel. Yeah, it's a good brand, actually. Pure Distance by Antoine Lee smells like earthdom materials to me. He'll use some of them. Mask Milano uses pretty high quality materials as well. Often the nicer stuff from LMR and Marn. Stream within a stream. Round like a circle in a spiral. Boz's gut when he sits down. Darren Allen is good indeed. Got me a bottle of his Chypre, says Mandarin. His Fougere is killer also. Never got to smell that one. I see Boz is still creeping around like a fucking sentient potato. Well, I say sentient, but you know what I mean. Streamed a stream of time gone by. Often looked, I really enjoyed Sticky Fingers. Hope that's in your set. Have you tried Hecate, Jonathan? Simple and enjoyable. Up the tune. Up the tune. Welcome, Steve D. How are you? Darren Allen, Sacred Smoke is my centre. We're going to get absolutely thrashed tomorrow, of that I have very little doubt. You see him say that fuck, Alexander Isaac isn't out of his walker yet. I was howling. What a shithouse. I hope his career's over. Fantastic. The fuck is that? Oh. Please like the stream, friends. Darren Allen Sacred Smoke is my scent of the day. The man is a perfume genius, apparently. Hello, Tres Bon Earth. A very good egg. You a duck egg? I like the open of Latessa, but it fell completely flat afterwards. Yeah. It's got a partial of Hemingway. Cannot wait to try it. Yeah, I've got a Hemingway. Paid an outrageously low price. Me too. Have you tried Nawaba Vood Intensivo by Ormond Jane? Maybe. Eddie J says, apart from Tower and Sultan Pasha, any other indie perfumers you think are good? No. Because they're not. Vintage Novel, Jean Keel, Sacred Smoke, Bathory, to name a few that I like, says Jonathan. And Bobby Diora's here. You're not big on the chippies? Well, I did drive past one the day, but I did have a filet mignon. I did have a filet mignon today, and it was very nice. I had it medium rare. Wish I had it medium. I'm definitely a fan of the medium and up, you know. I've heard good things about it. I have a 1991 bottle of Caron Poronom, and it's amazing, says Amethyst. And a Malik, even. Amazing lavender and vanilla. Liz Moores. Is Liz Moores independent, though? She's got an independent brand, but I think she's had training. I think you can tell. When I think independent, right, I think self-taught. And inevitably, and I hate to say this, I mean, I don't, but inevitably self-taught perfumers, because it's not the type of thing, it's not simple, it's not easy, it's not something you just pick up after a while, you know? It's not like that. I wish it was. If it was, I'd do it myself. It's hard and it's difficult. And if you want to be good at it, you need someone else to imbue the knowledge of over 200 years of research and development into you. You know? All the developments and the changes and the aspects of perfume and the knowledge and the what goes where and how has been come up with by people far smarter and far more creative than you and I and everyone in this stream and beyond will ever be. You know? And to think, the hubris, I appreciate the initiative, but the hubris to think that you're just going to crack on is bordering on madness. By all means, make perfumes and sell them and do what you want and have a community and that's all fine. Just, if you ask me, I'm going to say, that's how it is. Now, don't hate these people just because I knock the perfumes and the stuff like that, but like, just, I'm not going along with it, like. Does Marc-Antoine Corti Shadow count as independent? Not to me. He's got an independent brand, but he's not an independent perfumer. When people talk about indie perfumes, to me, that's a self-taught. And self-taught is a four-letter word. When it comes to perfume, it's not like mechanics. You know? I mean, even now, you can't teach yourself to be a fucking mechanic. To be a mechanic now, you've got to be fucking electrician, haven't you? Because it's not simple, you know? It's not simple. Making a vanilla accord, right? Even if someone shows you how to do it, making a vanilla accord does not count as being a perfumer. Making two accords and just putting them in the same perfume doesn't make you a perfumer. It doesn't. Stop it. Oh. Yes, I'm not in the best of fettles today, friends. If that hadn't escaped you. It's one of the reasons I didn't want to fucking do a stream for a while. I haven't been in a great mood, but that's life. Layer a little tartar sauce on my vinegar-soaked cod. Filth. Really like Hemingway. It's a good... I just think... It's vanilla. It's vetiver dominant. It's very vetiver, and it is good, and I do like it. And when I run out, I would buy another one. I would. But I go back to the feeling that if I want a vetiver perfume, I'm going to get vetiver by Guerlain. But Hemingway is fantastic. I'll tell you what I don't care for that much. Vetiver Extraordinaire by Moll. I feel like I should. Who are you subtexting about on self-taught perfumers? Name names. I will not name names, but I mean, just basically all of them. If I'm being honest. I made this perfume. Shite, fuck off. Do you know what I mean? I need to do that first impressions of that perfume that got sent to me. That 15ml, oh fuck, what was it called? It's by that indie brand. It's right there, I can see it. Reminded me a bit of Brut. I was talking to Ramsey about it. Ramsey loved it. But Ramsey's into that kind of thing. He's into that. He's into like indie perfumes and like ouds and ambergris, and I'm very much retrenched. I'm very much back into me fucking perfume cave. You know? Grumpy man. Looking out. Yelling at clouds. Throwing stones at children. I'm a fan of the house. I have 4 or 5. Really, who was the bathtub guy? Says James. I don't know what that is. Mindful awareness. Have to agree. Scent of the day. Interlude 53. Oh, it rhymes. Well done. I truly missed these grumpy rants, says Trepler. Yes. I'm back. Life be like that sometimes, says Often Liked. Abdul Aziz, how are you, mate? It's nice to see you. Thank you for popping by. Is that the one from Joey's stream? I forgot his name. Often Liked, your English is great. His English is great. How resentful I am that someone from fucking Germany is a master of the English language that I can't fucking compete with. That's why the English channel was created, friends. Taking your personal taste out of the equation, what do you think is the best creation? Why is everybody coming at us with fucking poems and shit? I'm getting fucking attacked with limericks. Taking your personal taste out of the equation, what do you think is the best creation? What, in perfume ever? Christ. Yeah, I don't think you can take your personal taste out of the equation. And when you say creation, to me that says like, what do you think is the most creative and different perfume? I could turn around and say Koros. You know what I mean? But is it true? Probably not. I could say in Cologne Imperial by Guerlain from 200 years ago. Is it true? Probably not. What do I think is the best creation? I can't tell you what the best is. I can only tell you what my favourites are. You know? It's one of those things that just can't be answered. It just can't be answered. I'm not trying to evade your question. I suppose I am. I evade questions all the time, but I just don't think that this is a thing. It's like, you know, when scientists say there was no time before, what came before the Big Bang? There was no before the Big Bang. It's like, what's the best perfume? There is no best perfume. It's a matter of taste. It's like saying what's the best painting. A lot of people would say that it's fucking Las Meninas by Diego Velázquez, and it's got a very, very good case. But a lot of other people would say it was the Mona Lisa for some reason, because it's shite. A lot of people would say it's something by fucking Titian or fucking, you know what I mean? It's the thing is that there's no, it'll rage on until it stops raging on. But there'll never be an answer. If you've been classically trained in other arts, then you understand the groundwork principles of crafting a harmonious offering. Artists understand this. It can be done, but not without insincerity, says Mandarin Melon. Well said. Do you need to be trained how to appreciate something? I'm both gaining in respect for being trained to respect something or appreciate something, to draw everything out, you know, but I'm also got this other part of us that's rejecting stuff like that, because I think it also takes away from your ability to just simply fucking enjoy it. When was the last time? I like art. I watch lots of things about art. I read things about art. And no more than I let on about that shit. And because it's very fucking... But if you're not careful, and this is the same of perfumery, and you'll know where I'm going with this, if you're not careful, you will lose the ability to just smell something and go, I like the way that smells. If you're not careful, you will lose the ability to look at a painting and say, I like the way that looks. Or a piece of music, say if you're a music producer, or you're a fucking, you know, you're a fucking DJ, or you're a fucking singer. And if you're not careful, you're going to lose the ability to stand back from it and go, I enjoyed that. Just all of it, you know? I worry about that with perfume. That's why I've never got into the materials. Scallon Haiti is my favourite vetiver. Yeah, I like that shit. When summer hits, I wear the crap out of it. I wear the crap out of you, boy. Scallon Haiti is fantastic, and it's a great price. It used to be a great price. Saw it for fucking 200 quid on some website somewhere. Mo put us onto it. I was like, what's this? Who's selling bath water? It better be rich, says Dahlia. Dahlia wants my bath water. She's a massive fan. We've had this discussion before. I can't use the bath. I have to go in the shower. Although I could put the plug in at the end. Both of the Escals are so fucking good. Yeah, I actually really like the other one. Like, I hope they do another cologne. They could do another cologne. You know? They could do one. They could do one. Aren't they releasing Immortel cologne? Isn't that something Prod... Was Proddy fucking... Sometimes you can't tell when Proddy's joking or not. Like, he keeps saying yum and yummy because he's taking the piss out of Sebastian. Ugh. Structure. General to specific, counterpoint, simultaneous contrast, etc. Same in painting, music. Yes, Mandarin. Tickles me to hear someone whose first language isn't English using slang. Yeah, I like that as well. Yes, ever, says struggle to answer that question, Eddie. Honestly, mostly in German, sometimes in English, and very rarely I have Chinese conversations. And Chinese conversations are some of the most frequent conversations in the world. What do you think of Shamad, says Abdulaziz. I mistakenly bought 2 vintages. To buy one is sad. To buy 2 is carelessness. How'd you do that? I'm not a big Shamad fan. I wasn't a big fan of Shamad Hom. The best creation is me, by God, says Lily. It's the gayest thing I've ever heard. Shamad Hom is just amazing, says Jonathan. Spheric? Spheric? Did you ever change your mind about Papillon Salome? No. No. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I am a fan of Papillon, though. I think they're good. I don't think Liz Mose is, like, purely self-taught. She's had a good old lesson. I don't think you need training, but that's why there's musicians that musicians love more than the general public. Same with paintings. Who's the perfumer's perfumer? Well, I heard Christopher Sheldrake described as your perfumer's favourite perfumer. I think that's quite a thing. I think that it could be Rudnitska. I don't know, because the thing is with Rudnitska is he a perfumer's favourite perfumer, but is it not that he was at the right place at the right time to have a massively expansive effect? Because something I've noticed throughout just generally going through life and watching things grow and change over time, if you get in there early when not a lot has been done with something, right, people will always, like robes, people still have in their fucking mind a soft spot for robes because of he was there 10 years ago and started like reviewing the way he reviewed. These big reviews, going in depth, talking for a long time about it, doing a lot of different things and breaking down stuff. So, I mean, I see a lot of people, an ever shrinking pool of people have like sentimentality towards them. But is he the best reviewer? Don't know. It just depends, you know. The problem with that thinking there you've got, Dahlia, is that what people will do is they'll say, oh, there's that person that all the other fucking, like, you know, it's like a popularity contest, like at school. There's the cool kid. All the other cool kids think he's the cool kid. You know what I mean? And then it becomes just like a personality thing. It becomes like it becomes something that it shouldn't be, really. I'm not sure of the Homs concentration. If I had to guess, I'd say EDT. His scales were 125 when they came out. They're 170 now. Yes, the best time to buy perfume is now, because it's going to be more expensive in the future. I'm glad I got backups of my scales. Jonathan says Jimi Hendrix taught himself the guitar. The difference with Jimi Hendrix and the difference with mechanics is that it's a closed system. There's only so many ways you can play notes. The thing Jimi Hendrix kind of makes the point I was just making there before as well. You know, people still say Jimi Hendrix is the best guitar player ever. But is he? Did he not just do the amazing things first? People may have taken that on and made it better. Is Eddie Van Halen not a better guitar player? Eddie Van Halen would tell you no. Eddie Van Halen would say Hendrix was a better guitar player. But technically, was he better? Was his music better? Do you know what I mean? Like, we could go on, you know. Dave Mustaine's played some fucking ridiculous shit in his time. Is he the best guitar player ever? You know? What's the age of the oldest vintage you've tried, and what was it like? I want to say I've tried that fucking Queer de Russie by Guerlain, and it was actually, in fact, incredible. Like, yeah. You're talking like 100 years, 120 years maybe. The version I got of it was that. I mean, there are newer versions of it. I placed a price suggestion and got accepted after I bought a small one for a better price. I see. Girl on Heritage blew my mind, though. I wish I mistakenly bought 2 of that. Eyeing a bottle of Roger Great Britain, do you think it's worth $1,000? Not even close. Not even close. Jonathan says he's gotten better. Sad to say, actually, because I enjoyed his content. He's been better for a while. He's been and gone. I could show you the message I got off him. That was just, I'll never forget it. It's like, basically like, to break it all down. I've still got it. So if you ever wants to act funny, fuckers, I've still got the fucking message he sent us. But it was basically, thanks for watching us for the past 15 years, Rich, but I saw that you were talking to somebody who talked to somebody else that I don't like, so I'm going to have to, like, you know, kick you out the Discord, and thanks for all the support, bye. I was like, yeah, no bother, Mark, thanks, bye. I was like, yep. Cheers, Mark, bye. Lily says, I would watch a drama set in the fragrance industry. The jealousy, the backstabbing, the ingenuity, a mentorship, finding herself. Would be a she. No, hunt around if you can't find it cheaper. God, yes. Can't help but Rich. I always look for the alpha to punch in the throat. Well, quite. Bullocks, respectfully. Totally bullocks. Yeah. Personally, I think being cool is overrated. Well, it's like that captain of the fucking Russian U-boat. Like, he basically had to fucking abandon it because they were all being poisoned in the fucking thing by the nuclear reactor going fucking down, and like this bloke eventually went down and fucking like freed it up, basically saving everybody else on the ship. And because they'd fucked up, well, no, they hadn't fucked up, because the reactor had fucked, because it was unsafe, and they limped back to base, and they'd managed to save that fucking thing, but not the submarine. They were all fucking censured, and none of them got fucking medals or anything like that, even the dead ones who had saved the fucking ship. And the bloke was like, well, what the fuck is that? What the fuck use are medals off people who would fucking do such a thing to you? You know what I mean? At what fucking point, right, do you have to say the people in charge are just total bollocks, and I actually don't want them to say anything nice to us because they're useless? You know? It's like being knighted in Britain. You know? David Beckham's got one. Gavin Williams has got one. I don't want one. You should only be able to fucking get one because fucking you served in defense of the realm. It's bullshit. Jimi Hendrix said Billy Gibbons. I was going to say Gilly Bibbins. Billy Gibbons was the best guitarist he'd ever seen. Some people say Chuck Berry. Chuck Berry invented rock and roll. He literally invented a large part of music. Was it Chuck Berry? I think it was Chuck Berry. Hendrix was also surrounded by and collaborated with scores of people who had all sorts of training. If we're comparing indie perfume with someone in the basement, yeah. I am Smells' Rubs. I'm the only one who think I was done a top 100 hour and a half long videos. Ramsey's done them. Longer 3-hour videos. I remember when he made it, I was like, I would have done my fucking back in that. Jesus. I'd have done me back in just watching it, like. Best fragrances using alcoholic notes, especially whiskey and rum. Vinay Havan's got a rum note in it, hasn't it? I think it has. It's like a whiskey rum type thing. It's a boozy fragrance. Often find like malty stuff, boozy stuff a little bit too sweet. But Vinay Havan's pitched absolutely perfectly. Like, it's an incredible fragrance. Sebastian's been doing long form. All the best. I finally opened a Chanel boutique and sampled most of the less exclusives. My God, I forgot how good Coromandel is, but those prices are ridiculous. Yes. I finally opened a Chanel boutique. Yes, I mean, I'm not a big fan. I just think Coromandel You know, oh, I've got an email on Yahoo. Who could it be? No, it's from Yahoo themselves. Changes to your Yahoo storage are coming. So's your ma. What's your point? We're writing to let you know about some upcoming changes. You can kiss my arse and then I'll be fucking outraged when it fucking does change. And I'll be like, I wasn't told about this. They'll be like, we told you about it extensively about 3 months ago. And I'll be like, fuck off. I'm genuinely sorry for that. Don't you be fucking sorry for it. Everybody has to be responsible for the way they behave. And, I mean, if you're going to be that delicate, we'd all heard the rumours about him for years before that, the way he would carry on. It's absolutely no fucking loss, like I was saying about the submarine captain. You know? What good is it being praised by people like that? Unbelievable. You couldn't torture that out of me. Svereg, if you had the choice between another bottle of Tom Ford tobacco and a Sahara Noir, which would you choose? Well, probably Sahara Noir, to be honest. Oh, so Rubs is super sensitive then. Just a delicate flower, mate, that's all. Wouldn't have pinned him as one of those types. David Beckham is a phenomenal gardener. I know 2 gardeners, Richard and Laura. Maybe I will ring them or text them later and say, how are you? I feel terrible. Now smell my fart. Chuckberry. Big rips. Well, quite. We've lost Catherine O'Hara. Where was the last place you had her, Lily? Carl Anderson says, wow, layering does what? Sahara Noir all day, not to take anything away from the greatness of tobacco. Well, to be fair, you see, I've got a funny relationship with Sahara Noir, considering I bought her fake, and then the cunt fucking laughed at us. What a cunt. Ah! It's my own fault. Best labdanum or thick incense? And I think you may be going about this the wrong way, mate. You're going about this the wrong way. You can't just ask somebody to say, this is what fragrance lists do to people. They're like, yeah, bollocks to all the other ones in the list. Just tell us what the best one is and I'll go and smell that. Because I might love number 1 and think it's the best, but you might think number 7 is the best or number 8 is the best on the list. You know? So I or some other people in the chat could point you towards some labdanums and thick incenses, and you should try all of them, but I would definitely stop trying to rank things. I've told you, well, I don't know if you were here to hear it, but I have a massive reticence to rank things. I'm very resistant to it. I was like that at school because you would get the girls would come up to you and say, who are your like top 5 prettiest girls at school? Or fucking hell, the worst one would be if like 2 lasses came up to you and they were like, which one do you fancy the most out of us? And I'd be like, what the fuck is this? Some kind of weird fucking madness that yous are talking? Stop it. I obviously don't want to choose. Inevitably used to just tell the fuck the Perriers. Release an Ocean Rain review every day for a week. Do a quick Ocean Rain review. No. Oh, Christ, it was the woman from fucking Home Alone. I see. I didn't know who Catherine O'Hara was. Do a quick Ocean Wayne review. No, you do one. Best YouTube attendee, says Tripler. You rascal, sir. Rich, rank your mods. Thinking of cleansing myself of mods. But I always think of cleansing myself of mods. I don't think I need mods. Did I ever tell you about the fake Gucci Envy I bought a couple of years ago? I still have it. Yeah, I've still got the Sahara Noir to remind us of just how much of a fucking Berg I can be if I think I know what I'm talking about ever. I look across and if I ever get the feeling I know what I'm talking about, I look at my Sahara Noir bottle and I am reminded of just how much of a Berg I can be and just how much fucking money it can cost us. I mean, she died. Richard in such a hardline way. Well, she died in a hardline way. Oh. I hope she pulls through. Yeah, don't rank any of my lists. Omar, how are you? Happy Friday. Quite. I ate meat today, so, you know, I'm doing better than most people. Rank your mods. No. I'm Rich's favourite mod, says the modelist earlier. Bring out the Parfum de Marley samples. No. That's going down in posterity where people can find it. That is definitely going on a fucking video when I'm in a bad mood. Oh, yes. And Roger's Elysium. No. A hot mom to the very end. Well, some of us, some have got it. She'll always be a hot mom. Macaulay Culkin did a cameo in Fallout. It was absolutely dreadful, says Tripler. I kind of respect his choice. Obviously not to become like a smackhead, Jesus. I kind of respect his choices when he was an actor. He was like, fuck this, I'm going to stop acting when I'm like 14. Proper tantrum, get in. Type of thing I would do. But I respect that about him. Rank your favourite Jeremys. I don't think I've ever met anyone called Jeremy I liked. I've never certainly never seen one, you know. What a bunch of bastards. I'd be fuming if I was called Jeremy. Pickle. Thoughts on Silver Mountains? I'd prefer a mountain of gold, but, you know, silver took a shit with its clothes on today, as did gold, as did everything. Everything fucking absolutely tanked. Anybody see the fucking Microsoft stock yesterday? It done 10% in about fucking half an hour. I don't even think it was half an hour. 10%. I read the headline. It was like, this is not a meme coin. This is Microsoft, one of the world's most valuable companies and stocks. I was like, ooh, what has happened there? Silver Mountain Water, I'm not a fan of. I like Himalaya. I had Silver Mountain Water and I sold it. It's got this really odd material in it that I don't like. Same that's in Millicim Imperial. Divine will love it. Divine's massively into his brand new like his latest stuff. Like, I don't know if part of it's like for him like a flex, you know, like in the office or something, where he's like, yeah, just spent $3,000 on fragrances. You can get it too if you had the money. Go for. I'm sure he's not like that. He's sound. I just don't understand how someone can be so in love with modern fragrances. They're fucking appalling. He loved Clive Christian. Clive Christian's the drizzling shits. Honestly, I thought you would recommend your favourite Labrador fragrance, Le Leon. No! Le Leon, no. Shalimar. See, the thing is, I don't like Labdanum by itself. I like it when it's in concert with other things. Like, it's really good in Amber Sultan, but I wouldn't say you could barely say it's there, but because you know it's holding the thing. It's like saying, look at the pointing on my house. Isn't it brilliant? You know? That's kind of what like Labdenham is to me. I saw that trip. Larry gets a pass. He had made Home Alone. My favourite Jeremy is my brother, but he's always been called Jezza. Jeremy Clarkson put me off Jeremy's. AI is a bubble, AI is a bubble, says Jordan Arborough. It's certainly in a bubble. Anybody see that fucking Elizabeth Warren fucking woman today? She wrote to fucking Sam Altman saying, I hope you're not going to ask for a bailout if your company fucking shits itself. I hope they're not going to ask for a bailout, you know? Like the banks did. They're private companies. If they've overstretched themselves, why the fuck should anybody else have to bail them out? I tried those Parfum de Marley X-rays in the shops and I was ready for them to be really mediocre. How wrong I was. They're utter shite. Respect to Parfum de Marley for taking the piss, charging 400 quid. I mean, you can absolutely fucking... Divine is our Patrick Bateman. My wife just told me I smelt like shit 2 days ago wearing Jubilation 25. Who? That is certainly grounds for divorce, and you won't have to pay out or anything. You know, just give the judge a whiff of Jubilation 25. Fucking probably put her in a mad asylum or something like that, surely. Hysteria is what they called in the good old days. If you had to get back one Chanel exclusive, which one would it be? The Vetiver one, because it's the one I find least against. I'd still try and sell it. You know what I mean? If I bought it again, I'd just be like, here, I'm trying to sell it. Here, you buy it. Jeremy Renner puts me off Jeremy's. I don't know who that is. Bailouts of socialism. Yeah. Speaking of Bateman, here's Bateman. Hey, Bateman. How you doing? I was just about to say, I actually know a Bateman. Divine can't be Bateman. I know a Bateman. And here he is. Thank you, Bateman. That's very kind. Don't go near them dungeons, Bateman. The fucking Ovaltine shagger's been on the fucking loose again. Hi, by the way, Dahlia. Hello. Dear Man is a beautiful Labdenham. I don't get Labdenham from Dear Man. I do get... what do I get? I get the peony. Peony's nice. It's very delicate on me, though. When I say delicate, I mean it's very sparse. It's very kind of thin, you know? Like, I'm not a performance bro, but I do want it to be there when I'm paying money for something, you know? You know what Pradeep said yesterday on the gaming stream? You know what he said? He said he got a litre, I swear this is true, he said he got a litre of eau de cologne by Chanel for 60 euros. I was like, wow! Wow! Because all the Chanel sales associates get an allocation of eau de cologne each year. And yet Chanel charges, for 1/5 the amount, they charge about 400 quid. Don't let it ever be said that these companies don't hate you, because they do. Dear Man is like a floral leather to me. Kind of get it. Hope all is well, my man. I hope all is well with you. Please take care of yourself. A Bateman with the greatest voice. I would have Bateman do voiceovers for shit. He'd make a fucking fortune. Start an ASMR channel, mate. You'd make a fucking killing on that, no way. I think the labdanum lifts the peony and keeps it earthy. Peony isn't a real note anyway. No, it's not a real note. That's right. Aye, it's kind of like it's like a fern. Like ferns don't smell. They're just kind of. Do you know when I look at a fern, I don't think it's lavender and patchouli I smell when I look at a fern, which is what fougere means, fern-like. That's. I just think they got that one very wrong. I love eau de cologne. Yeah, it's nice. I love Chanel eau de cologne, says Fragrance Time. Best Chanel masculine. That's a fucking outrageous claim when there's Antace in the mix and there's fucking Egg cologne concentrate. Even the original. Oh, God almighty, it's so good. I didn't spray it on her, but I let the woman in the shop smell this and she was like, oof. She got a bit of growly at us. Want to show a growler, no doubt. Litero Colonia. Do we sell Litero Colonia? And sing it. Dahlia started a peonying on a stream trend. All the streamers are doing it now. You're a peon. Peon, do you remember that? Peons. Getting called a peon. I always thought that would have been spelled P-E-O-N. What's my blood sugar doing? Terribly. Jesus. The fuck was in that fucking steak, like? Googly moogly. Moda masculine. And Tess is definitely number one. Yeah, I would have thought it was spelled that way. Somebody left a comment on one of my videos, said they fell asleep to my videos. Wasn't sure how to respond to that. There's big money in that, Jonathan. There's big money in people falling asleep to your videos, you know. I've had that a couple of times myself, like, and I thought, surely not. I'm usually irate in most of my videos, like. I don't know, maybe it reminds them of, like, their parents arguing when they were kids. But yeah, I've had that one myself, like. It is, but I would never correct Lily, says Dahlia. You're on the same continental landmass as Lily, though, you know. There's an ocean between me and Lily. And I know she... what can I say? I know she can't get wet. I know that she can't be... she can't swim. We need a new midnight rambler. Yes. Ramble away, friends. What the fuck is this? Would you drink this? No. I do like Mini Minute Man. He's funny. I like his content. Turn off the captions. $50,000 bottle. It's not even perfume, like. Alright, stop fucking about. Lily could slap me from across 15 states. I know for a fact she's raging somewhere like Yosemite Sam, just waiting for the stream to end so she could, she's gonna be like, anyway, bollocks, I've had enough. I'm fucked. I want to take some painkillers and I want to go to sleep and I want to get rid. Oh my God, look what my mother got us for Christmas. I haven't had the heart to tell her that it's an absolute shit, but absolute shitter. It certainly is, friends. It certainly is a shitter in the mist. Look what she fucking got us and what I'm gonna. It's massive and alien. It's only a fucking Wickford candle. Warm apple and cinnamon. Fuck. So I'm having to burn through this cunt like fuck, aren't I? Jesus. Get back in there. Not to worry. Not to worry. Thank you very much for watching, friends. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for keeping me company. Thank you to Bateman and Fragrance Time. heroes, legends. And I will see you all again soon.